Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we are going to present our video presentation for the subject of CHM256 with the topic that we have choose, which is basic chromatography. Before we go further, let me introduce for you our group members. So the first one is me myself, Muhammad ZUHAIRI. The second one is FARIS FAISAL. The third one is ABDUL HAYYI, and the last one is MUHAMAD ZIKRI. So the contents of this video presentation will include the introduction, theory, methodology, example of result, conclusions and reference. So for the introduction, let me explain about what is chromatography. So chromatography is a technique used to separate and analyze the components of mixture based on their physical and chemical properties. It is a powerful tool in analytical chemistry and widely applied in various industries, including pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, food and environmental science. Next, we move to the theory of basic chromatography. So basic chromatography is the first analytical chromatography technique. So it is introduced by Michael Sweat, which is a Russian-Italian botanist who invented chromatography in 90s during his research on plant pigments. So Michael Sweat used chromatography technique to separate various plant pigments such as chlorophyll. So for your information, chroma means that color and graphite means to write. So in basic chromatography, we have 4 types of chromatography. The first one is column chromatography. The second one is thin layer chromatography. The third one is gas solid chromatography. And the last one is paper chromatography. But for your information, the cheapest and the easiest ways of chromatography is a paper chromatography. So what is paper chromatography? So paper chromatography is a laboratory technique that is commonly used in chemistry. So this paper chromatography is to separate and identify different components of mixture based on their chemical and physical properties. So this paper chromatography applies a filter paper as its stationary phase, and it also applies a solvent that moves up the filter by capillary action paper as a mobile phase. So what is the uses in our daily life of this chromatography? So for the example, in the food industry, chromatography is used to separate and analyze additives, vitamins, proteins, amino acid and other nutritional compounds in food items. Chromatography can also be used to determine expiration dates by distinguishing the number of organic acids present, as well as to detect any harmful toxins that may have been added to the food item.
So here I will present about the methodology of basic chromatography. So let's go to the step by step. So first, cut a strip of filter paper and draw a light line across it about 2 until 3 cm above the bottom edge using a pencil. Second, make small spot on the baseline and apply a small amount of the sample of mixture on each spot. Third, pour the solvent like water into the jar, making sure the level is below the baseline. And fourth, place the paper strip in the jar, ensuring the baseline is above the solvent cover the jar. So 5, once the solvent from reach near to the top of the paper after 30 minutes to an hour, remove the strip and let it dry. Also, lastly, examine the paper strip under appropriate lighting condition to see the separated component. Measure the record and the distance traveled by each component from baseline, its RF value. So, chromatography technique that use paper sheet or strip as the absorbent, being the stationary phase through which a solution is made to pass, is a paper chromatography. It's an inexpensive method of separating dissolvable chemical substance by their different migration rate across the sheet of the paper. So you can see the image of our example of the paper chromatography experiment. So you can imagine that what method that we use. So at the side of the method, you can see the red purple and blue with different range. So after we take note about the different range, we can do the calculation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is ABDUL AZIZ, and today I would like to talk about I would like to explain about the result of paper chromatography. So as you can see here, I put three pieces of the results: the beginnings, the middle of the experiment, and the last result. So I would like to tell you that chromatography, with chromatography, a small amount of ink is applied to the paper. One ink is placed in water, and as the water works its way up the paper, the various color of the ink are revealed. This is all possible because ink is water-based and made up of various components that have different solubility or densities. For the beginning, as you can see here, we put 4 dots of different ink colors. There is red, green, dark blue, and black. At the end of the result, the color expand into a various color, such as the red will expand to the yellow and red. The green will expand into cyan, green, and yellow. The dark blue will expand into blue, dark blue, and purple. Meanwhile, the black color the black ink will expand into various of color, cyan. You can see dark blue, you can see yellow, even though it is from black color. And for the additional knowledge about the experiment, we use you can see the line at the dots. We use pencil, we don't use pen, because pen will ruin the result, as the pen ink itself will interpret the dots. I think that's all for me. Thank you very much. My friend will continue the video presentation.
As conclusion, chromatography is a versatile and widely used analytical technique with a wide range of applications in both industry and daily life. The ability to separate and identify component mixture made it an invaluable practice in various ways, such as pharmaceutical, foods, beverage, forensic science, and many more.
So here are the references that we have used to complete this video presentation.